Ticci-Toby X Reader One Shot. You were in the woods playing hide and seek with Masky, Hoodie, and Sally. Yes, it was dear Sally's idea. Currently, Masky was it and everyone else was hiding. 33, 34, 35. You could hear Masky from a ways as he counted to 50. The rules that Sally made was that you couldn't just find one person, but you had to find everyone. If you gave up, you had to shout out, "Uncle, Uncle, Uncle," until the person comes out and was able to hear you. You were walking calmly, trying to make the least amount of noise as you could until someone wrapped an arm around your waist and put a hand over your mouth to muffle your screaming. They pulled you up in a tree next to them. When they let you go, you immediately clung to them. Yeah, the thing was, you couldn't climb trees, and everyone in the creepypasta household knew it. So you grew furious when someone pulled you into the tree with them. Looking down at the ground, you seemed to be about 10 feet high, and looked up at your kidnapper. You were met with a pair of goggles. "Toby!" You were cut off by him spinning you around, making you lose your balance, but he had a hold of you. He pulled your back hard against his chest, and had a hand over your mouth. One arm was secured around your waist. "It's like you want to lose," he chuckled / whispered in your ear. "Don't worry, babe, I got you." Your eyes widened, and your cheeks burned as he used the term babe on you. You bit his hand, but that's when you remembered two things. 1, Toby could not feel pain. 2, you were 10 feet off the ground in a high tree. He can let you go whenever. Though you knew Toby was in annoying pain and very childish, he could only tease about dropping you. You knew that Toby's little crush on you, and honestly, you didn't know if you felt the same way. The thing is, he didn't know you knew. You actually needed to talk to him about it. You were confused yourself whether or not you had feelings for the Tourette syndrome boy, and honestly, you think you do. You're always standing up for him and taking a side, even on the little things. Though that was you being nice, but you always seem to blush when the little pickup lines he sends you every once in a while, just to get a reaction. I guess that's supposed to be thing. The thing is, you don't really blush when it comes from Dark Link or Jeff or even Ben. You just thank them and leave the room. Now you forgot about twice on whether Masky and Hoodie was lying to you about. Now you might think twice on whether Masky and Hoodie was lying to you about Toby liking you, but you knew he does by the things he does, such as he always puts an arm around your shoulder. In games, he always helps you, such as now. He tries to make you blush whenever he can. He seems to get really angry when the creepypastas who do flirt with you. Ben, Jeff, Dark Link. I'm sorry, I'm a bad reader. It's my first time reading out loud on a video like this. Anyway. 5, he always sits next to you. 6, he always annoys you. He's always annoying you and teasing you. 7, during movies, he will pull you onto his lap, wrapping his arms tightly around your waist, leaning you down onto his chest and rest his chin on your shoulder. Whoa, sound like a couple. You know, you look beautiful when you're thinking, Toby commented, bringing you out of your thoughts and making blush a tiny bit. Okay. But a small smile came to your lips. The thing is, Toby will pretty much do whatever it takes for you to notice him. Though you knew that that was a general comment. You really needed to talk. Pulling up your hands, you yank him off your mouth and speak quietly. "Toby, we need to talk," you whisper as he twitched a bit. "About what, babe?" he asked as he nuzzled his face into the crook of your neck, making you blush and your heart race. About that," you whisper quickly. He turned you around so you were facing him and brought you close so that you were straddling him, basically. He placed his hands around your waist and nodded for you to continue, twitching in the process. What's wrong? He asked. Toby, I have a question. You sighed before looking down. And that is? He quizzed, his whisper becoming quieter, making him able to talk normally. Toby, you said as you brought your eyes to meet his, people around here have been saying you have feelings for me, and I believe them because of your actions. Though, to be careful, is it true? You asked as you rest your hands on his arms. No, yes. Soon, Toby began to twitch even more. Nervousness brought his stress, and stress is what makes Tourette syndrome worse. Don't say it isn't true. I have Tourette syndrome myself. If it gets bad enough, sometimes it can lead to suicidal thoughts. So please don't make fun of people who have it, or you could be the cause of their death. That is true. Some people do have Tourette syndrome, and people who do have it can't help it. Stress makes it worse, and I don't have it personally, but people who do have it, it's honestly wrong to make fun of them. I mean, so I look at it this way. You can make fun of someone for something they can control, like what they wear, like stuff like that. But it's not right to make fun of someone for something they can't control, like Tourette syndrome. Sometimes, most of the time, how they look, because like you can't control whether you want your hair straight or whether you want like small feet. I don't know. Like honestly though, but continuation. Sorry, I just wanted to talk about something like that to bring out more awareness for the small amount of people who do watch my videos. Toby, hey, calm down, you said as you placed your hands on either side of his face. Please, you whisper. After a moment, Toby decided to get it over with. No, I don't have a crush on you. For some reason, it made you upset. It broke in your heart. But I am positive that I am in love with you. Name. This made your heart accelerate. Sorry. Really? You said quietly before Toby nodded. How could I not? He said. You're beautiful, smart. First time I saw you, I couldn't seem to look away. He looked out into space. You're too special to me. Why do you think I'm always around you? I can't seem to get enough. You're just so perfect to me. When I see you under the thousands of stars, I swear your eyes are the biggest of them. When you sing to Sally at night, I can't help but want to put my arms around you and think of a future where you and me are together, and think of our kids and you singing them to sleep. I want to protect you forever and always. I want to say loud and proud, I do, at our wedding. He pulled his goggles up on his forehead, showing his beautiful honey brown eyes. He pulled you close to him as a tear slid down his right cheek. I want to be the only man in the world to hold you and call you mine. I want you to say to any girl who flirts with me, or whatever the purpose, that I'm yours. This really surprised you. He was in love with you, and you knew it was true, because he didn't stutter while he thought about what he really wanted to say. Toby, You were cut off by a couple people singing, Toby and Name sitting in a tree, Kissing. You both looked down to see Masky, Sally, Hoodie, Jeff, and Ben all teasing you both. Toby looked away in embarrassment, but you smirked. He pulled Toby's face back to look at you and looked into his glossed eyes. Let's give them what they seem to want, you said with a soft, amused voice. Without a second thought, you pulled down Toby's mouth guard and brought him into a breathtaking kiss. This kiss helped so much more. This kiss has helped, I'm going to say held so much passion, so much love. You couldn't help but smile and kiss him harder. He pulled you as close as he could and held you as tight as he could. As they kissed you back, oohs and laughter and bets set off to the 5 down below. Would you 4 knock it off? Sally yelled at the 4 betters before, looking up at the both of you who were too lost in your kiss. They're in love, she said dreamingly, making you and Toby smile in the kiss. After a couple more seconds of heaven, you both pulled away and smiled at each other. In love indeed, you whispered, making Toby grin. You easily laced your forehead on his and said, "You're mine, and you're mine." With that, he brought you into another breathtaking kiss. 5 months later, Toby proposed and you said yes, happily married after a month more. You both moved into a small cabin not far from the mansion. After 4 years later, you both raised 2 boys and a baby girl. Let's just say you were happy that you had that talk in the tree. And you all lived happily ever after. The end. Well, that was actually a really good story. I'm not even, the way I said well sounds sarcastic, but it was a really good story. Longer than I thought, but good. Now, to commentate a little, because I didn't do that much in the story, even though I took little parts out of it. You guys can leave after this, because this is probably going to be boring. But, yeah. This is kind of just my overview about the entire thing. There was a few misspelled words and everything, but I still liked it. Question is, so I get how Masky, Sally, and Hoodie eventually come together. My thing is, where did Jeff and Ben come from? Did they walk out of the mansion? And how did they all meet up? Did Masky find Hoodie and Sally? I'm not saying that it's a bad part of the story. For me, personally, it's just I like to question these things because I love answers to questions. I'm a very questionable person. Wait, no, that's not how it... I'm just going to end it. This was my first fan fiction reading. Subscribe. Tell me more, fanfics you want to read. If not, I'm kind of just going to stick with creepypasta for a little bit and maybe move on to some animes I've seen. I can read other stuff than one-shots if you guys want me to do a multiple based series with multiple chapters and stuff. I could do that and read 2 chapters per episode. Trying to make sure this doesn't go too long. I could do boyfriend scenarios, 2 shots, 1 shots. Lemons, I'll have to think about. Because yeah, it's uncomfortable to read, especially to an audience. Writing them is just write it, post it. If people don't like it, oh well, that's their problem. But it's on a YouTube channel where tons and tons, well, not really that. I'm not that special. But a few of my friends are probably going to say, it's don't really want to read that. But yeah, that's really it. Subscribe, share, all that stuff. And bye! Enjoy the rest of your day or night.